Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we are making cherry mash. This is a delightful candy. We got my mom in her kitchen today, so I brought everything to her.
Right.
If y'all don't know, this is my mom. Her name is Jerry.
Hello.
Now we're making cherry mash today and they are delightful. So we're going to make a batch for you guys. We're going to start right now. We have to sift. I'm going to put my mom to work.
Oh, of course.
At least 4.5 cups of powdered sugar.
Right.
I'm going to be measuring it out. She's going to be sifting. We're going to be sifting 4.5 cups of powdered sugar. I'm just going to roll this down. Now I'm using 1/2 cup, so we're going to go in several times. I'm going to go in, kind of overfill a little bit. Take the back edge of my knife. I'm just going to scrape off the excess from there. I'm going to put it into our sifter, and she's going to sift away. Okay, and there's another way right here. Okay, we're finishing up the last of the powdered sugar. You can use a whisk, which we have right here. You can go in, do it like this, get all those lumps out of there. Now you can also take your whisk, add all your powdered sugar to the bowl, and then go in at it with a whisk and whisk it really good till you get a fine consistency, which we have right there. We're going to be adding 6 tablespoons of very soft butter.
Unsalted butter. Yeah.
This is unsalted butter. 6 tablespoons.
6 tablespoons.
And we're going to put it into our powdered sugar. Now I took half of the powdered sugar out, and we're going to slowly incorporate it back in once we start mixing this together.
There.
Now we're going to flavor it with some vanilla extract and almond extract, and we're going to do 1/2 teaspoon of each. We got to give it some flavor. See, oh, my mom's measuring spoons here. How cool is that?
They're magnetic.
1/2 teaspoon either side, I guess.
Either side.
And we'll put in the almond extract. There we go.
Have to be careful with the almond because it's very strong.
Okay. Well, we won't go any more than that.
That's right.
All right, we're going to add in some sweetened condensed milk. I say some because the whole jar is not going in.
It's not going in. Definitely not.
So we're going to go in 3 times for 3 tablespoons of this sweetened condensed milk. Now I'm just going to use the lid here to kind of scrape off the excess there. We don't want this too runny.
Nope.
There we go. We might have to take the spoon here
and just
get that out.
Get it out. Right.
All right, 1. That looks good. There we go. I guess I'm doing dishes after this, huh?
Well, at least you're loading the dishwasher.
I sure create dishes, y'all. This is 3 tablespoons of our sweetened condensed milk. There we go.
And then we can use the other for another recipe.
Yep.
Yay.
Sure. And we need to put in some chopped cherries.
Right.
So what we're going to do is we have a jar. It's a
10 ounce.
That's right.
10 ounce jar.
We're going to take a strainer. And we're going to get a bowl. Because what we want to do is drain the juice into the bowl.
Right.
Because she's like me. Drink the juice from the jar, right?
We're fighting over the juice, yes.
Yeah. But I guess I'm in her house. You can have it. All right. So we're just going to drain those out. Now these are maraschino cherries. And they don't have the stems on them.
They don't have the stems.
But if you get a jar that does have them, you can just pick the stems off.
Right.
Cutting board. We're going to move this for a second. Take some paper towels here, and we'll put the cherries on them, just so we can kind of drain them off a little bit.
Right. Because we don't want any excess
juices on them.
Right, yeah.
Okay, we'll save that.
Definitely.
So here we go.
Yay.
You can get me a knife. That's good.
You don't get one.
I don't get a knife? All right. She lost camera time.
Yeah, well, you know how that goes.
We're going to come back as soon as she gets these all chopped up. And we're looking for like a fine dice with them, right?
Right.
We've got them all chopped up. We're going to take some more paper towels, she said.
Yep. And then we're going to dry them off again.
So what we're going to do is add this to our bowl.
Right. We have our scraper here too.
All right. Let's scrape on in.
There we go.
Take our electric hand mixer. You could do this in a stand mixer too if you want. I have a towel here for a reason. I'll let you hold that.
Okay.
Now we've got all that powdered sugar in there. You're gonna wanna start your stand mixer or your electric hand mixer on a low setting and kind of start where your wet ingredients are and then kind of blend in the powdered sugar.
Right.
While that's happening, we're gonna come in and add the rest that I had pulled out earlier. So I'm just gonna kind of put the towel, the back end back here. Here we go. I only got one beater in my mixer here. Right, start off slow. Now, as you start incorporating the powdered sugar, you can add more powdered sugar. We're going to keep an eye on this. It looks like we might have to add a little bit of juice to it. It's getting kind of dry. Okay. And we still got a lot of powdered sugar to add. We're going to add a tablespoon of that juice. There we go. We've got our cookie scoops.
Yay! Have cookie scoop of travel.
These are 1.5 inch. We're going to go into our mixture. Now, as you can see, our mixture came together very well. I took a spatula at the end and kind of pushed it all together to get a nice mixture there
So it's fluffy.
that we can form, right? Nice and fluffy.
Definitely.
We're going to go in with our cookie scoop. We're just going to scoop along the inside edge, just scrape it. And then we're going to place it on our sheet pan that we've covered with some parchment paper. Very important to do. All right, I'm going to let my mom do that. Now, these sheet pans, we're going to go into the freezer. So you want to make sure that the size of your sheet pan will fit. All right, I'll let you count them. How many do this batch make?
29.
All right, we have them done. We're going to place these in the freezer for 1 hour.
And then I can just put them.
She had a plan. It's been 1 hour, a long hour.
Interminable.
We're going to pull these out of the freezer. Now we got gloves on, and what we want to do is make these all uniform. You're going to take one, place it in your hand, and then you're going to roll into a ball. So just kind of form it into a nice little round ball and place it back on parchment paper there. So it's nice to have another person in here.
Helping out.
Another set of hands, you know.
Right, that's right. That's right. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? There we go.
Now it's very important that we're going to go ahead and put these in the freezer for 30 minutes. That'll give us time to get everything else ready, and then we'll pull these out again.
There you go.
We're going to measure out some dry roasted peanuts, about 1.5 cups. We're going to just put them into our food processor here, pulse them until we get a fine chop on. We're going to put the lid on. We're just going to pulse. There we go, perfect. And that is what it looks like. Now the next step is to get our chocolate prepared. So we're using this right here, make your own almond bar chocolate flavor. And then we're also going to be using Ghirardelli bittersweet chocolate chips. The recipe calls for both of these. Want 10 ounces of each. But this is your recipe, so whatever chocolate you want, as long as you have 20 ounces of it. We're just breaking ours up just a little bit before we start the double boiler method. There's 2 methods that you can melt your chocolate. You can do the double boiler method, which is what we're going to do because that's just easier for me. Now you can also do the microwave method if you want. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and chop it up first before we start our double boiler method. That way it melts better. So we've got a medium saucepan. We filled it about 1/4 of the way up with water. You don't need very much. We're just trying to bring this to a boil. And then we put a bowl on top of the pot that will fit. And we're going to allow that steam that comes from the boiling water to get the bowl nice and hot. And then we'll add all of our chocolate. And then we're going to add in 1/2 teaspoon of some coconut oil. That'll help make it nice and glossy and smooth. Make sure that your bowl is kind of like a Pyrex bowl or something that can resist heat. Make sure you use a towel or a pot holder to hold your bowl in place while your chocolate is melting. All right, we've got a boil going on in there. So the steam will get our bowl nice and hot. We're going to take our chocolate. We're going to add it in. And then we're going to take our coconut oil and add that. And we're going to turn down the heat to a low, just using the towel to hold the bowl. And then we're going to start moving things around. Oh yeah, look at that. It's already melting. Now at this point, I start just pushing down with my spatula on the chocolate. Okay, this is what we're looking for. Look at that, look how smooth that is. So we've pulled our cherry mash candy out of the freezer. We have our chocolate that I just melted. We're gonna take a couple of appetizer forks, cocktail forks, pickle forks. We're gonna take it, we're going to pierce the candy here, like that. We're gonna dunk it into the chocolate. I'm gonna do a close-up here in just a second. We're gonna dunk it in, dribble off any excess. Look at that. We'll place it back onto the sheet pan. Now I'm just gonna take some of that, and I'm gonna fill in where we had the hole there. There we go, just like that. All right, we're gonna finish the rest of these. Okay, at this stage, we're gonna go ahead and add the crushed peanuts. And we're just gonna stir that around. And then we're gonna finish dunking these.
Here we go, we're gonna put them back in the freezer until they totally set up, and if it just takes a few minutes.
I'm gonna bring my mom back over here, and we're gonna give these a try. Okay, we have some on a plate. Look what y'all can do with them. Check that out. Yeah. Here we go. Click.
Click. Mmm.
Mmm.
You see why this is my favorite from childhood.
That's good. That's delicious.
Isn't it something?
Y'all make some. Thanks for coming by and enjoying this recipe with my mom in her kitchen. It was a joy being in here.
Thank you.
All right, you guys. We'll see y'all on the next episode. Bye.
Bye.
Merry
Definitely.
Christmas and Happy New Year to all of you.